Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 807 and today's topic is antipyretic and analgesic drug, and here I am taking aspirin as one of the example of antipyretic and analgesic drug. Actually the word antipyretic means any drug which is capable of reducing the body temperature. For example, if somebody is having fever, maybe 100, 203 degree Fahrenheit, it can be reduced by taking aspirin up to normal. And please, here let me mention very clearly, aspirin or any antipyretic drugs, they are not reducing the body temperature below their normal. Whatever 96 degree Fahrenheit or 97 degree Fahrenheit, what that normal body temperature is there, it will bring down up to normal level from 103 to 102 or 104 degree Fahrenheit to normal. And analgesic means they are responsible of reducing the pain, muscular pain, headache, and where the nerves are involved to spark the pain. So that condition is called analgesic condition, and antipyretic condition is where temperature is involved. And this aspirin is one of the best drug, and it is very common worldwide. All of us know aspirin, and nowadays aspirin is very much in demand. Not only today, let me tell you the history of aspirin. Actually, aspirin is having the history go back to 4,000 years ago. Hippocrates, they were using it, and it was natural product isolated from willow plant bark, and that bark extract was used because that willow bark is very rich in salicylic acid, salicylate. There are many plants, they are rich in salicylic acid in the form of salicylate. So once that plant extract is given, it will definitely reduce the body temperature. And it was synthesized in 1888, 89 and 99. During that time, they did the complete synthesis, starting from benzoic acid, treating with acetic anhydride in presence of pyridine and acetic acid. One of the phenolic group, that is hydroxy group, will be changed into acetyl group, and that compound is called that acetyl salicylic acid. So actually the IUPAC or generic name of aspirin is acetyl salicylic acid, and the word aspirin is owned by German company Bayer. You know, Germans in 19 or 1800, even today, they have very good pharmaceutical research labs like E-Merck, like Bayer. So Bayer was successful in synthesizing this acetyl salicylic acid, and the word aspirin was given by the Bayer company. They are the owner of this name aspirin. And aspirin is very popular because of two reasons. First, it is non-steroidal and non-narcotic. Non-narcotic means some alkaloids like morphine, like codeine, heroin, they are also painkiller, analgesic as well as antipyretic, but they are alkaloidal content. They have some toxicity, they have some property to be addicted, and in the case of aspirin it is not possible to get addiction. And second is that is, it is non-steroidal. Sometimes there are steroidal compounds, they are also effective to reduce the body temperature and also to reduce the inflammation, because aspirin is also very powerful anti-inflammatory, antipyretic as well as anti-inflammatory. It can reduce inflammation, arthritic condition where there is swelling is very effective. But if we are taking steroidal painkiller, antipyretic compound, it is having some toxic effect in the long term, but it is not with aspirin. So aspirin is known as anti-alkaloidal, or that is anti-narcotic, and anti-steroidal, antipyretic and analgesic compound. And second very important role of aspirin is that is nowadays after heart surgery, it is given, this prescription, it is on prescription of cardiologists to keep on aspirin every day 75 mg. And not only that, even if it is not given by cardiologists, it's not prescribed by cardiologists. To my understanding as a medicinal chemist, professor of medicinal chemistry, I understand very well that those who are having some hereditary condition, means their parents, father, mother, great parents, they were having some cardiovascular problem. It is better for them that they should always take 75 mg aspirin after breakfast. Only people will say that once you are taking aspirin, there is chance of acidity because it is acetyl salicylic acid. I used to tell them that it is better to be acidic rather than losing life. And secondly, aspirin is not addiction, or anything is not addiction once it is going to help to your health. So if suppose you are using aspirin for 20, 30, 40 years is as a medicine, we should know the difference in addiction and medication. Addiction means anything which is not required for your health. They are harmful to your health and you are taking it. Like heroin, cocaine, so many alkaloid, opium, nicotine, smoking, they are not required for your health. Rather than they are harmful to your health, and if you are taking, it is called you are addicted. But if you have the problem of cardiovascular system, then if you are taking aspirin 75 mg every day in the morning, it is not addiction. It is medication. If suppose you have tendency of building up anxiety or depression, if you are taking serotonin 5 mg every day in the morning, it's not addiction. Some people they say no, don't take serotonin, because serotonin is a type of your molecule of your mood, of your behavior, of your happiness. And tryptophan is the amino acid which is responsible of finally converting that amino acid into niacin, and niacin will be converted into protein that is called serotonin. So in our brain, if there is deficiency of serotonin, we should take without any hesitation. So this type of thinking or myth that no, it is addiction, please be educated and try to understand your protein and try to understand the protein of other compound. So this is my recommendation. And here your aspirin is not only anti-inflammatory, is not only antipyretic, it is anti-clotting agent. It is also called as thinner. It will reduce the viscosity of our blood, and also it will act as anti-clotting agent. That's why if suppose anybody is having severe heart attack, immediately doctor, cardiologist will prescribe, go and take at least 2-3 tablets of aspirin immediately. If it is not possible, immediately dissolve in water and take it, so that that further clotting of the blood is taken care, is checked. So it's so important nowadays aspirin. So first I am going to give here the synthesis, how it is synthesized. This is your salicylic acid. So this salicylic acid, when it is treated in presence of acetic anhydride and acetic acid, and pyridine is used as a solvent. It is changed into acetyl salicylic acid, and that acetyl salicylic is IUPAC name, and its name is given by Germans Bayer company, that is called aspirin, and its formula is C9H8O4, and that is your aspirin. But to get salicylic acid, I have already given one synthesis, because only you will get acetyl salicylic acid aspirin when you have the salicylic acid enough. So how to get the salicylic acid? That we can get when sodium phenate, this is your sodium phenate, is carbon dioxide is passed under pressure, it will be converted into sodium phenyl carbonate, and sodium phenyl carbonate rearrangement will take place. After the rearrangement, you will get that CONA will be shifted here, that is called rearrangement, and you will get sodium salt of phenol O carboxylic acid, and this phenol O carboxylic acid, when it is subjected to hydrolysis in presence of hydrochloric acid, finally we will get salicylic acid, and that formula is C7H6O3. So here number 1, I have already told you all these things. I have just given in writing. Those drugs which reduce the temperature of the body, fever, that is called antipyretic, and they do not bring down the normal temperature of body. The analgesics are the compounds which relieve pain. I have already told you the antipyretic means reducing the temperature from 100 to 103 to 97, 98, that is normal temperature degree Fahrenheit. And the compound which is reducing the pain, which is acting on your nerve, that is called analgesic. So most of these compounds like aspirin, acetyl salicylic acid, and other Panadol, paracetamol, they are all having both properties. They have antipyretic as well as analgesic properties. We are usually found to possess also the analgesic and antipyretic properties. Aspirin is one of the most important antipyretic drug. It is acetyl salicylic acid, and one of the most abundantly used synthetic drugs with analgesic and antipyretic properties. Number 2, it was first recorded around 4,000 years ago. Hippocrates, and they were using willow bark. Willow is a plant herb, and that bark is rich in salicylic acid in the form of salicylate. So they were extracting and using to treat the fever, for relieving fevers, pain, and people still use willow bark even today as a natural remedy to treat the temperature, and pain. That is natural remedy for headache and minor pain. Willow bark is the natural source of salicylic acid. Number 3, aspirin is non-steroidal, non-narcotic drug, and it means that aspirin do not cause insensibility. Aspirin is a trademark owned by German German pharmaceutical company, that is Bayer, and this Bayer is the owner of the name aspirin, and its generic term for aspirin is, or IUPAC name of aspirin is, that is acetyl salicylic acid. So number 4, aspirin is used to reduce fever and relieve mild moderate pain. Toothache. Toothache means once you have any pain in your teeth, aspirin is very effective. Colloidal also, but nowadays alum dissolved in water is also very good. Common cold and headache. It may also be used to reduce pain and swelling in conditions such as arthritis and rheumatoid arthritis, rheumatic condition. So wherever there is inflammation, it is very effective because it is also powerful anti-inflammatory, anti-clotting, and it is also very good as a thinner to reduce the viscosity of the blood, to you can say reduce the chance of blood clotting. Such as arthritis, people can buy aspirin over the counter without prescription. It is very common in Asia and Africa to buy the aspirin. We don't need any doctor's prescription, because once we have a headache or some temperature or fever, first we will rush to any shop or any pharmaceutical outlets to buy the aspirin just to reduce the body temperature and pain, relieving headache and muscular pain. Number 5, taken daily aspirin that can lower the risk of cardiovascular events such as heart attack. Nowadays, actually, aspirin is having lot of popularity to cardiovascular system, and cardiologists first they will prescribe after the operation, that is 75 mg aspirin to take for whole life. And not only that, those who are having some hereditary condition, means they are at high risk of blood clotting, heart stroke, heart failure, cardiovascular problem, better they should start early in age, maybe after 40. Even before that, they can consult their cardiologist. But this is a magic drug to maintain your blood viscosity as a thinner. It will make your blood thin, so that it is a very good anti-clotting agent, and it is very good anti-inflammatory agent. So it is widely used as a post-operation cardiac, heart post-operation medicine to continue. That is risk of cardiovascular events such as heart attack or stroke in people with a high risk. Doctors may administer aspirin immediately after a heart attack to prevent further blood clots and heart tissue damage. Actually, if anybody who is getting heart attack, even if you are inside house, and sometimes a heart attack is very common early in the morning, maybe around 4 or 5, is very difficult to approach the doctor. First thing is that you take 2-3 tablets of aspirin. And if it is in India, there is a very good medicine that is called Desperin, and Desperin is very quickly soluble in water. So what you take, just take 2-3 tablets of Desperin, dissolve in water and drink it, so that immediately it will reduce the chance of more clot formation in the blood, so that you will be protected from clotting. And secondly, it will not allow immediate the killing of the heart muscles, that is called heart damage. So it will protect immediately heart damage, and then in the meantime you can approach the cardiologist or any consultant doctor. So with this I will stop, and I have given lot of detail about aspirin. Aspirin is a magic drug. Aspirin is just like a magic bullet, especially for cardiovascular problem, especially as a anti-clotting agent, anti-inflammatory, and it is it is non-steroidal, non-narcotic drug. This is the beauty of aspirin. And with this I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.